Good morning, I'm Lynn and welcome to another day at Ewetopia Farms. Today we're going to get this ewe and her lambs out of the jug. So I'm gonna get them tagged right now. And I'm gonna show you how we make the bottles. We're gonna show you how we bring in the straw and how we spread it out for the lambs and how we feed creep feed. Let's get started. Buddy, were you wanting your food now? Hey? Hi. Hi. You're really nice. Yeah, you're really nice, pussycat. Come here then. There. There. He has a whole bowl full of it in the barn there, but he likes to eat in this room on the table. Yes, cats. Seems like these guys just got in the jug and already it's time for them to go out. They seem to be doing well. So right now we're gonna tag them and dock their tails and get them all ready to join the group. Give them their radio tag. Farm tag, which is easier for me to read. Add a glance in the pen when I don't have my reader with me. Selenium E, because we're deficient here. And this is a sub-Q shot, so you tent the skin up and you get it under the skin so that it doesn't go in the muscle. And then when you feel it kind of release in a tug, and you know it's in there, and then you just give it to them. This is Baycox with coccidiosis. Here we go. Okay. And then we turn her around. We dock her tail with the elastic, just so it covers her bum. And her mom is 59, so we're going to put a 59 on her back with the Pro Mark marker that we get from wool growers. And she's going to be going into the group, the younger group in the coveralls, which have an orange dot on their shoulder. So that's how I know where she's going, and she's done. And we'll just do her sister now. Okay, so now we got the other sister here, and we'll finish her off. This is the bigger sister, although they're both pretty similar in size. There you go, you're doing a good job. Because you have a nice mommy. Same thing, she gets a 59 because it's the same mom, and she's a girl, so she gets a red, and she's going in the young pen. So she's all ready too. See how pretty? Very pretty. And people have been commenting on my glasses. These are dollar store glasses. They're function, not fashion. I'm pretty blind, so these work really well, and if they get dirty or damaged, they're great in the barn. Cost me $1. There you go. Good jobs, guys. I guess I've never really showed you the process for making the milk for the bottle babies. I kind of assume that people know about it, but maybe I should film that. So this is what we use. We're using Grober lamb milk replacer. We may be switching that for the Suffolk group to a Canadian brand that doesn't clump as much. We open each bag and we store it in this container so it's easy to access by the sink. We mix it with really hot water. In our barn, the water gets to the temperature where you can't touch it. See the steam coming off? That's the temperature you want it. It's perfect temperature. So I've got the milk scooped out in there. This batch will do 4 bottles. And it's 500 mils for every 1 cup, so it's kind of like one cup of powder to 2 cups of hot water. We mix it up. Now this is taking longer than normal because I'm holding a camera in one hand while I do it, but we have 6 bottle babies, but my little container here only does 4 bottles at a time. Okay, so that was 4 cups of powder and 1,600 mils of water. What we decided to do with the lambs is we're giving them the full bottles morning and night, and their afternoon feeding is in half. So we're still keeping the afternoon feeding up, but we're just going to make them smaller bottles because they right now they're to the point where they're a little fussy and some will eat, some won't. So this is expensive stuff. We want to make sure that everyone's eating and nothing's getting wasted. So that's what we're doing now. So all the bottles are ready. I put them in the pail and we take them over to the coveralls. So on our way over to the coverall, I thought I'd give you some updates on what's been happening with some of our sheep that went to other farms. I got a picture of Kit at her new home, and I'll post a picture of that in the video so you can see where she's living. But she's doing really great, and she has a little luxury condo that she's living in, and they also bought 2 little white cross ewe lambs at the same time that weren't friendly, and apparently they're really friendly now. And 44 went to a registered home as a breeding ram. They did Medivizna testing on him. So we, as you know, we don't do it here, but people who want to buy our sheep and they test them at their place, they usually let us know how they did. And he came back negative, which didn't surprise us. We aren't symptomatic of any signs of Medivizna. I mean, it's always a possibility, but he tested negative. That's good. And all our Dorsets so far have always been RR2, which are scrapie resistant. So those are 2 things that are really good. But we're in the barn now, and I'll set up my tripod and show you the struggle I have with number 2 and Calamity, sometimes getting them on the bottle holder. I space the bottles apart so that they'll have lots of room to drink at the feeder. Sometimes they do silly things like that, like stand on top of each other. Okay, see how I had to put him physically on the bottle holder? I don't know why. It's every day. But all of them are on right now. So that's the main thing. And hello. So they're just about finished. And the ones that finish first will usually go bottle to bottle and see if anyone's left any dribs and drabs. You're all done, honey. And that's all that's involved in bottle feeding. So while I'm doing the lambs, Arnie's feeding a bale of hay. And he's got that up there. He's just about to put that feeder blocker in there again. That's to stop the lambs from the front of the pens getting into the feeder, if they get into the feeder, from going to the back pens. Just restricts them. He's bringing in some straw because this pen's getting a little bit mucky because it's been raining. And there's a lot of sheep in here. These bales break up real easy, so he'll probably roll it into the middle and then we'll just spread it out from there.
What do you think, about halfway?
A little bit more probably.
There?
That's probably halfway maybe. I don't know. Are you putting it into the back or you're putting it into the other front one?
Need enough here?
Probably. He's going to go in and bring the remainder of the bale out because it's going to go into the other pen. But he has to be very careful with the little lambs there. And I have to guard the opening so everyone doesn't get out. We're a little luckier with this bale. I may have spoke too soon. The last bale we brought in here, it broke into a million pieces, so he wasn't able to move it very well. He had to kind of scoop it out little by little. But this one looks like it's holding together. Putting our salt and mineral into our holders. So every morning I check to make sure that they're topped up and loosened down. Every pen has one of these, and this one's already done. It's full up. And every day the drinkers are cleaned out as well. We just remove the debris, scrub off any dirt or anything that's gotten in there, and each pen has one of these as well. They're nice and clean. Only took 2 seconds to clean that. Just because you have automatic drinkers doesn't mean that they're automatically going to be clean. Yes, the water is flowing through them all the time, but they drop straw and hay in there. They will often poop in there. Birds, rats, everything. I've even had a pigeon lay an egg in there. So even automatic drinkers you should clean on a regular basis. And you have people like me who are allergic to dust, straw, hay, wool, dogs, cats, birds, everything in life that I love. Pollen. So straw days are pretty bad because there's a lot of dust in the air. But I just stay back and hope that Arnie does it a little nicely so it doesn't make too much dust. But this is the lamb's favorite day. These lambs are new to this process, but in general, they tend to look forward to this, and lamb races and hopping and leaping usually ensue after the straw's been put down. Everyone likes clean sheets in the morning. Okay, here comes the straw into the pen with the little lambs. Got to be even more careful in this pen. Max? Rods in these mineral holders, so it just knocks down, because sometimes it just stays up, so you just need to tap it down. And here they are, gonna get their straw bale. Last year we were using old first cut hay, so we just roll it out. That's the nice thing about using hay. It just rolls out as bedding, and you don't have to fork it out at all. The straw with the new combines comes in really short pieces, so it just doesn't roll out anymore. The old combines didn't mash it up as much, so you had a higher possibility of being able to roll it out with the old combines, but everyone's got the new ones now, so it means a little bit more labor. The good thing is that straw doesn't weigh anything, so it's just time. It's not really like it's heavy labor. So I don't know if the camera shows it, but it looks like we got a bit of a mist in here. It's not mist, it's straw dust. But the lambs are quite interested by it, so they're all checking it out. Looks so pretty when the fresh straw's in there. That's Cupcake right in the middle there. Someone's headed over to the salt and mineral feeder. And he's actually eating it. Yummy! It actually isn't feed. It is a supplement, and they don't gorge on it as if it were feed. They only take what they need. And this is the one side of the little ones. The next step is we're going to feed the creep feed to the lambs. So we have a bin at the front of the barn where the lambs are. Arnie fills up a little red pail here. This is our own mixture. It consists of cracked corn, barley, whole barley, roasted soybeans, and we got some pellets in there for coccidiosis, right? If you only have a few sheep, you might not need those pellets, but when you have as many lambs as we do, the decox really helps preventing any coccidiosis, which is a common illness in lambs. It's a diarrhea. It spreads rapidly. We don't have any issues with it at all. It would be really rare for a lamb to get it. But when we didn't use the decox, 1 year we did get it, and it's a pain in the neck to deal with. So again, better to use preventative measures and not have to clean up messes. Oh, I forgot to mention, when he put that creep mixture out there, he followed it up by sprinkling a layer of soybean meal on top. They really like that because it's fine and it must taste good. So like with the mineral, they kind of lick it up, and when they lick up the soybean meal, they'll get pieces of the grains and stuff as well, and so that teaches them to eat the creep feed.
The soybean meal is actually protein.
Yeah.
So when I put the soybean meal on top of the grain, it actually, instead of a 17% ration, it probably boosters it up a little bit higher in protein. And then eventually I'm going to quit feeding soybean meal.
Yeah, once they're well on their way eating it, they don't need it anymore. But this is the firstborn. This is number 1. And she's like a little vacuum cleaner with it. Look at her. Honey, save some for the others. My goodness. What we're looking for is to see the bottle babies eating the creep feed. And this is Seymour right there. So Seymour is definitely eating creep feed. See that? His sister's in there. She's still looking for a bottle, but when she sees her brother doing that, she'll copy him. Right now she's more concerned about coming to me and trying to get more milk off me. So the last part of our day is feeding the dogs their dinner. They get to eat al fresco out on the deck. They're covered in mud because it's been a rainy day today. And our dinner's cooking, so we're gonna call this a day and hope you join us again tomorrow for the next episode at Ewetopia Farms.
Hey, can I say something? And Scott, the beans aren't getting any drier.
Okay, let's hope Scott listened because he hasn't taken our beans off yet. So, good night everyone.